you're more likely to be qualified for a loan than if you don't own a home.
Welcome to Sold 100 TV.
All right, welcome back to Sold 100 Real Estate. This is a reality talk show where we answer all your questions. My name is Billy Okoye. I'm happy to host the show again today. Happy to have in our studio today one of the top CPAs in town. He's helped a ton of people, get straight with what they call their financing. And he's very busy schedule again. He's agreed to come in and kind of share his day with us. I'm going to let him introduce himself. All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Billy. My name is Mike Onyewa. I've been a CPA in the state of Maryland since 2000, and I'm a certified public accountant in the state of Maryland, in the state of Delaware, and I'm also a chartered accountant in Canada.
Oh, great! Oh, wow, that's a lot of experience right there. Thanks for coming in. I know you're quite busy, and this period. You guys are answering all the calls and everywhere,
exactly.
But you find the time to join us. Appreciate it. All right, so what we do here is a lot of our viewers are calling in and, they test their questions in and surrounding finance and how to buy a house and, all the questions that they have in real estate, basically. And one of the ones that is out there in finance and is what's the benefit of buying a house? What are these tax benefits of being a homeowner, really? Can you just kind of share with us, with the audience so they can know the benefit of being a homeowner when it comes to taxation?
Being a home ownership is one of the best things everybody desires. It's one of the basic Maslow hierarchy of needs, to have a roof over your head. In addition to that, it has a lot of tax and financial benefits. In America, the biggest way to grow wealth in America, it's home ownership for every family. The biggest way to create and grow wealth is through home ownership. That's the basic thing when it comes to finance. Then, apart from that too, you have a lot of tax benefits when you own a home. When you rent a home, you don't get to write off anything. However, when you own a home, you get to write off your property tax.
Mm-hmm.
You get to write off the interest portion of your mortgage.
Okay.
And of course, when you own a home and you try to dabble into other businesses, it provides additional thing you can use to secure the debt. So most likely, if you own a home and want to start a small gig, you're more likely to be qualified for a loan than if you don't own a home.
Nice. So more like this, the banks have something to fall back to.
To fall back on.
And they see you more legible.
It gives more credibility.
Okay.
If you own a home, average home in the state of Maryland is like $400,000, $500,000.
Okay.
So when you own a home and you're trying to apply for a loan, they look at this guy has been owing somebody $500,000 in the past 10 years.
Yes.
He probably can handle $50,000, $100,000 additional investment or loan. Whereas if you've never experienced that, you've never owned a home, you've been renting, you've never had that responsibility of owning an institution, $400,000, $300,000. So when you go to look for a loan for even your side business of $50,000 or $100,000, they are more likely to decline you because you've not had that experience of being responsible for $500,000 in liability.
Awesome.
So that it's very psychological. Even so, if you own a home and your credit score is 700, and if you don't own a home, your credit score is 700, and you have similar credit profile. However, this guy owns a home, he's more likely to be granted that loan than someone who doesn't own a home.
Oh, wow.
But what I tell people, in everything you do, when you're trying to own a home, the first thing you need to look at is the basic thing while you're owning a home, which is you want occupancy and accommodation and housing for your family. Every other thing, it's
secondary.
Secondary is bonus.
Yeah. So ultimately, you're not buying the home because you want to go open another business.
Yes,
or you're buying a home because you want to give,
you want to provide accommodation for your family. However, you have all these additional benefits that the government has actually provided and encouraged. Because people in America don't understand that being able to deduct your home ownership is very, very unique to America.
And that's one of the top questions again they ask is, what are those things that they get to deduct after they bought the house? Because there's something called closing costs.
Yeah.
Now, the closing cost is what money that they bring to the table after their EMD, which is early investment deposit. But they bring all this money to the table. How much are they able to deduct when they file their taxes?
Well, I'll take from the perspective of an individual. When you close a home,
Okay.
if it's for an investment and if for principal residence,
Okay.
what you can deduct are different. I'll take just as a private individual.
Okay.
When you own a home and you closed, there are things you have to look out for in the HUD one, which is the closing document.
The alter statement.
Yeah. So you're able to deduct the points you paid on the home.
Okay. This is usually 1 point.
I mean, you can deduct the points you paid on the home. Then you can also deduct the prepaid property tax on the home.
Just for the benefit of our viewers, 1 point is 1% of your loan amount.
Yeah.
So in the financing, when they say 1 point, it means 1% of the loan amount, not of the sales price, but of the loan amount.
Yeah, you can deduct that. You can also deduct the property tax portion that you paid at closing.
Okay.
But one thing you cannot deduct that that are typically not happy about is your recordation transfer. Those are not deductible.
So transfer and reconstruction taxes are
they-
taxes that you've paid to the state and the county.
Yeah, the transfer is not
Yes.
deductible.
It's not deductible.
Yeah.
Because that's the
your
county
title
money, so
your
the
title
county takes that
insurance your title insurance is not deductible.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you gotta insure the house.
Yeah. You gotta-
These are things that part of your closing costs.
Yeah.
Title insurance, escrow. Put it all
Those
back
are not
together.
deductible.
Condo fee or HOA dues, those are not deductible.
They're not deductible. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The key thing that you can deduct again is the points you pay, the interest portion of the mortgage, and the property tax that you paid at closing. Those are the ones that are deductible.
Okay, great information. All right, guys. So that's it. You guys are getting first-hand information from a CPA, renowned CPA in the DMV, and started all the way from Canada. And we can't have it any better. So other questions they're asking is, so after they deduct that, is that deduction one time, or they get to deduct it every year, like when they pay their property tax? Every year you pay your property tax, do you still deduct a portion of that?
Yes, you do. Every post closing,
Okay.
you get to also deduct your mortgage interest. People actually also pay points other than at closing. You can also deduct that point. Depending on your income, you can also deduct the insurance you paid on the home,
Okay.
and your premium, the mortgage premium insurance. Depending on your income level, you can get to deduct it. And of course, these are for basic people. But if you own a side home, if you own a side business,
Okay.
and you work from home,
Okay.
there are also things you can deduct from owning your home.
And a lot of people are working from home. these days.
Yeah, that's something you have to look
A
out
lot
for.
of you guys that are working from home, you better listen up.
So you can deduct what they call home use of business.
Okay.
Typically what you do is you assess the square footage of the house.
Okay.
So let's as we have a 3,000 square foot. They have to determine how much of this do I use for my business. I mean, you don't have to go measuring it. You can just say, okay, maybe I use 20% for the business. Maybe my entire basement, I use it for business. So in that case, that provides the additional deduction. Because all of a sudden, your cleaning, your utility, your security, your repairs, all those things that typically you won't be able to deduct if you didn't have a business.
Wow.
That becomes deductible for your business. It's basically called business deduction for home use of business.
Wow.
So every expense you incur to maintain and live in the house, utility, repairs, security, they now become not entirely deductible. Deductible to the portion of the use of the home. So let's assume you have 3,000 square foot and you use 1,000. So you get to deduct 1/3. of
That's
your expense.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot
That's,
of money.
I mean,
I'm sure a lot of people don't know this information.
yeah.
And it depends on who their CPA is, obviously. If your CPA don't know it, if your CPA don't know it, you don't know it, you know? So choose your CPA wisely and save some money, all right? Okay, so well, again, thank you very much. It's been quite insightful, and we're very happy to have you. I'm sure more questions are going to be coming in, and as they do, just want to make sure that when we call on you, you will come back to the show to answer these questions. So, well, thank you very much, guys. To get more of these videos coming your way, if you haven't already subscribed, you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe. So when you do, make sure you click the button so you can get all the videos when they drop. All right. So again, any advice to viewers or buyers or sellers in this changing market, because tax season is going to be upon us. What are those things that we need to get ready as we begin to prepare to file taxes for 2023?
Well, one, I mean, for the prospective buyer, the landscape has changed very, very rapidly since last year. Okay. Interest has gone up.
Absolutely.
You know, and home values are not going up as they used to. So, two things. It's the underwriting criteria is becoming more stringent and more difficult. Last year, for you to qualify for, let's say, $500,000 home, you might require 100,000. When you do the maths back, interest rate is 3%. So the monthly mortgage will have been maybe 2,800. But right now, the interest rate is going about 5%, which almost doubled, 6%.
It's slightly higher than that.
Yeah,
close up interest.
When you do the maths back, let's say last year, if you buy a home for $500,000 and interest is 3%, when you add up the mortgage payments, property tax, insurance. So you're looking at maybe $2,800 every month. However, at $2,800 every month, the typical underwriting criteria is 3x of the mortgage payment. Okay. So let's make it even. So let's make it $3,000. So they are looking up to you to earn $9,000 a month to qualify for $500,000 home last year. Fast forward to today, interest rate is no longer 3%, it's about 6%. So for that same amount, your monthly payment is going to be about $3,500. Now to qualify for $3,500, do the maths back again. 3x. So your income you require to qualify is no longer $9,000. It's about $11,000.
Yep.
You know, so if you have a steady income, even though the property value are the same, you're going to find out that last year I qualified for $500,000. This year I qualified for $425,000. I've been wondering, say why? You know, it's just the dynamics of the interest rates.
Yeah.
You know, the more the interest rate increases, the more income you're going to need, or the more income is required to qualify for the same home. So that's what prospective buyers needs to be on the lookout for. Okay. You know, so that they are. Maybe if they've looked last year, they've tested the water, and they've told them that I need $500,000 in mortgage, and the guy tells them, you need $9,000 in income, and they say, I'm fine, I make that money. But for that same home today, you're going to require a lot more income to qualify for that same home.
So basically, the debt to income ratio has gone up. So I mean, ideally, they should be looking at a lower value property.
Yeah, but you know,
their demand, their desire,
their taste, and what they want is what they want.
We had to say when you have the Coca-Cola taste.
Now you're trying to buy a champagne.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Here at Sold 100, we do keep our moving truck. Whatever happens, even if you don't buy the house, you're a member of the Sold 100 Club, you get to use our free moving truck. And we've got a program called the Broker Paid Rehab, where we come in and we'll fix our property.
That's good.
Just get reimbursed at closing.
That's great.
All right, so thank you very much, Mike. We're gonna be, wrapping up for today's show, and you guys heard it right from the source's mouth. If you hadn't worked from home, now you got information to, use to get money when you file your taxes. Remember, it's money into your pocket, not out of your pocket. All right. Mr. Mike is here to answer your question when you have a tax resolution, any issues with tax, anything that has to do with taxation, IRS, pick up the phone. You want to just go ahead and give them information how to reach you?
Yeah, my office number is 301-870-4460, and my website is www.nikopatcpa.com. That's nikopatcpa.com.
All right, great. So now, in all of that, guys, remember, if you've got a property, no matter the condition of the property, and you want it sold, we're going to get it sold here
At Sold 100.